Hello everyone, my name is HFSB from QA/QC department. Today I'm going to present the third procedure, that is control of non-conforming products and recall. First, I'm going to talk about procedures for a non-conforming product. If non-conforming occurred on raw material or raw packaging material, for example, the glucose syrup received contained foreign matter such as plastic. QC were to take action by segregating the glucose and label them as on hold. Then, purchaser will have to do a follow-up with supplier regarding the matter. Car will be issued to supplier if QC decided to. QC will then decide on the disposition of the glucose. Next, if non-conformance happened in work in progress and finished products, for example, the work in progress popcorn were burned when cooking, QC will review the burned popcorn. QC, as well as with production manager, will carry out sensory tests or lab testing to decide whether to keep or reject the popcorn. If reject, the popcorn will be labeled as reject. QC will then discard and record the rejected product. Non-conformance in customer return goods will be reviewed by QA to identify the problem. The return goods shall be segregated by QA, and then QA will decide whether to issue car or not. Evaluation is carried out to decide whether the popcorn can be reworked or discarded. This is the form we use to issue car. I'm going to continue with procedures for recall products. So why is recall carried out? Recall happens when the finished goods may cause health hazard to consumers, issue regarding halal matter, or violating food regulation. Appropriate strategies are carried out for different class of recall. Class 1 recall happens if the product may cause serious adverse health consequences or death. An immediate and rapid recall is carried out. While for Class 2 recall, the product may cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health consequences, and serious adverse health consequences is removed. An immediate and rapid recall down to the agents and end buyer. Lastly, Class 3 recall, the product may not cause any health consequences, but it violates some specific food regulations. This is process flow for recall. We have two starting points. First, if customer complaint shows a trend, person in charge of customer complaint shall notify QA/QC. QA/QC will then identify the root cause, then determine the degree of hazard. Second, if recall notice were given by raw material supplier, QA shall immediately call for discussion with food safety team. Then, both study points start to track all affected products by batch number and initial distribution. An action is carried out according to appropriate recall strategy. Retrieve of affected product. Next, decision for disposition action will be decided by QA/QC. Lastly, concluding the recall. This is a mock recall done early this year. This form is used to conclude the recall. The end. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.